education should be about growth and development. For most students today, however, this is not the case. This problem exists at almost all levels of education, but it is especially prevalent in the high school and college level. One of the main problems that arises with our education system is the pressure placed on students to adhere to society's definition of success. In the API community, expectations placed on students can be overwhelming and can cause emotional trauma. This can damage both their personal life and future careers. To find out how prevalent this problem is, we asked fellow Cal Poly students the following questions.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
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 Definitely, I would say yes, just because my parents would always expect me to go above and beyond. Actually, like just getting an A in a class wasn't enough. They'd always be like, "Why wasn't it an A plus?" Or whenever I did sports, it'd be like, "Why weren't you number one?" And it didn't really bug me, just because I realized it was part of our culture. But at the same time, I feel that my parents are kind of have unrealistic expectations.
Well, my mom, being an orthodontist, she always expected me to go a scientific research side. She always wanted me a doctor, dentist, in the medical field. But my interest was always in business and more creative side, not the research side. And when I was deciding college, she wanted me to go to UCs and all the research facilities, but that just wasn't it for me. And when I chose my path, my mom was heavily against it. And it was very painful because not having support from your parents on what you want to do, it causes a great pain in your feeling because that's what you believe in, and all of a sudden they're denying your path that you've chosen.
An article titled Academic Expectations as Sources of Stress in Asian Students by Joyce Tan and Shirley Yates describes that in Confucian heritage culture, education is highly important. In such countries as China, Taiwan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, and Korea, expectations of a student's parents can be a source of severe stress for many students. These expectations are considered a major influence on academic achievement in Asian American students, compared to other student ethnicities such as African American, white, and Hispanic. In Asian American cultures, getting an education is seen as the duty of a child and a source of pride for the family. Also, some parents see their children as an extension of themselves and the family, and therefore academic failure can be seen as a source of shame. In a separate study by Lauren Dundas, Eunice Cho, and Spencer Kwok, titled The Duty to Succeed, Honor versus Happiness in College and Career Choices of East Asian Students in the United States, more Asian Americans than whites prioritized prestige over happiness, while more white students than Asian American students prioritized happiness when selecting a college. Asian parents were evaluated as being more disposed to stress the importance of financial independence in career selection. However, white parents were assessed as prioritizing career enjoyment. One often used method by parents to stress education in Asian American families is reminding children of the sacrifices made to allow for a child's academic and professional success.
She's gonna have a 3 SAT subject test, and she has to cut the playing time with her friend.
I don't need the pressures of my parents to study. I'll just study.
Oh my God, Dad's gonna be so happy. I got a 760 on both.
Dad, I got a 760 on both of them. Okay. He told me he wished I could have gotten an 800.
As seen in these clips from the documentary IV Dreams, Some API parents may have unrealistic or even harsh expectations of their children to perform at a certain level in their academics. This can have a lasting effect on the students and can negatively impact their mental health and well-being.
Asian parents tend to push their children when it comes to having really high expectations. Education is seen as the only path for success, and getting anything less than an A in school would be considered unacceptable. Not only do Asian parents want you to do well in school, but they also want you to excel in other areas like participating in extracurricular activities, playing an instrument, or even a sport. From the movie First Morning, we learn that Asian expectations expand past school and education. Dating within a certain race or through who the parents end up arranging the child with is another expectation. Asian parents usually want their daughter to be virtuous, well-behaved, and basically the ultimate housewife so they can have them married off.
It is clear that API students face unique and specific challenges in their educational pursuits that can have lasting effects. Our goal is not to prove or disprove a stereotype, but rather to highlight the importance of acknowledging this problem